The heart muscle itself is the innocent bystander in the most common cardiovascular diseases. Indeed, a weakened heart muscle would be rare if it weren't for arterial diseases such as high blood pressure and atherosclerosis, or hardening of the arteries. Atherosclerosis usually results from risk factors such as high levels of low-density lipoprotein, or LDL, often called bad cholesterol for short, depicted here by the yellow spheres. We're learning a great deal about non-traditional risk factors for atherosclerosis, but let's consider the case of LDL, which when persistently elevated can accumulate in the artery wall and become modified by oxidation, shown by the brown color. Modified LDL particles can incite an inflammatory response in endothelial cells that line the inner surface of arteries. These cells then express adhesion molecules that capture inflammatory white cells from the blood. These inflammatory cells then penetrate into the artery and take up modified lipoprotein particles to become foam cells, the hallmark of the early atherosclerotic lesion. In the next phase of plaque formation, cells called smooth muscle in the artery's innermost layer divide and secrete fibrous molecules such as collagen. Other smooth muscle cells will penetrate into the plaque from the deeper layers of the artery, where they will contribute to formation of a fibrous cap that overlies the fatty core of the evolving atherosclerotic plaque. When risk factors, such as high levels of LDL, persist, the lipid core grows, usually in an outward direction, protecting the flow channel until the later stages of the disease. An active inflammatory response occurs in the growing plaque. The inflammatory cells exchange soluble signals or activate each other by contact. The activated foam cells can then elaborate a myriad of mediators, including enzymes, that can degrade the collagen that lends strength to the plaque's fibrous cap, making it thin, friable, and susceptible to rupture. Plaque disruption can trigger formation of blood clots that, when sustained and occlusive, can cause a sudden heart attack, shown by the abnormal electrocardiogram. We now know that most plaque disruptions don't actually cause symptoms, or when they are only partially occlusive or transient, can cause an episode of unstable angina or chest discomfort without death of heart muscle. But when the clot resorbs, it can cause a healing response, like a scab, that thickens the fibrous cap and narrows the flow channel, yielding a plaque that is less likely to cause a sudden blood clot, but one that can limit blood flow and cause angina. When we intervene to lower the risk factors, such as LDL cholesterol, it gives a chance for the fatty material to leave the plaque and allows the inflammatory white cells to depart or die, shown by the glowing. The exit of lipid and of inflammatory cells yields a thickened fibrous cap and a wider flow channel, characteristics of plaques less likely to cause heart attacks or angina. These biological insights explain how control of risk factors can reduce complications of atherosclerosis, such as heart attack or stroke.